What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today on Madden 21 franchise, and today we are doing another career resimulation of a Hall of Famer, and that is Mr. Barry Sanders. This is the one that, as a Packers fan, it makes me sad. I'm not necessarily saying that the Packers should have taken Barry, but it's just a year that us fans don't talk about, as in that top 5, we were the only team to take not only not a Hall of Famer, but an absolute bust in Tony Mandarich. First pick overall was Troy Aikman, Tony Mandarich to the Packers, and second pick, Detroit Lions take Barry Sanders at 3, Derek Thomas to the Chiefs at 4, and Deion Sanders to the Falcons at 5. I just don't talk about that, but of course, today, that is exactly what we have for ourselves. Mr. Barry Sanders, pick 3, just off the top skills. Juke move A+, spin move A, carrying A, short as hell, not bad size for weight, I suppose. And then we'll take a look at the combine grade when we get there. Of course, I could have done like the active rosters and all that. I just don't want to make it where it's going to be the same top teams picking. It's going to be like that for the most part anyways, but unless you guys want to see it like that, let me know in the comment section below. And while you're there, maybe think about subscribing if you're new. You know, it's you know, a low subscription fee of $0 buckaroos. We do a lot of franchise. You know, do it, don't do it. I appreciate you being here regardless. I don't know what we're looking at here, but based on the projection of pick number 3, it would appear that he will be a Denver Bronco. The Broncos kinda need a running back, kinda. Could go to the Jets. You know, maybe the Niners, actually. You would think it'd be crazy, but with the way the Niners like to run the ball, he could go number 1 overall, and I'm just going to be an honest person here. I'm going to say I made him pretty good. I made him pretty good because he was a beast out the gate. He really was. He was absolutely insane out the gate. The Browns versus the Seahawks. The winner of this one is the Browns. Could actually happen in real life, for all we know. Of course, the only thing that matters now is the actual draft. Like I said, pick 1 being Barry Sanders would not surprise me. Let's see it. Let's see it. Trevor Lawrence, okay. Can't go wrong with a quarterback. The Jets are the ones to take him. 85 overall Barry Sanders. And before you get all crazy, whoa, 85. Here's the thing. Madden constantly makes these running backs like 77, 78 overall. If those randomers can be 77, 78 overall, Barry Sanders is in the 80s, and I had to lower his ratings quite a bit to be able to even get him to an 85. I mean, pretty much everything I wanted, which would have been super fair, would have been, it would have been freaking like an 89, maybe 90. Of course, draft recap, let's go over to the Jets to take a look at this man. So, 85 overall, Barry Sanders, hidden development traits. Wearing number 39 here, a little strange. 93 speed, 95 excel, 97 agility. I think all those ratings are pretty fair. Break tackle of 87, 87 carrying, 85 ball carrier vision, 72 truck, 72 stiff arm, or 75 truck, 72 stiff arm, 90 juke, 87 spin, 90 change of direction, 74 strength, and then okay catching ratings. Now you can see why 85 overall isn't really that crazy. We kind of got, you know, he kind of got screwed, I ain't even gonna lie. Could have definitely been higher, but what can you do? That's, don't want to get the overall too high there. Now, of course, the Jets, not the Lions. Barry Sanders. Who the hell's wearing 20, and what team are they going to be playing for when we get rid of him? I knew it was Marcus May. I knew it was Marcus May. Obviously, we're changing that number here. Come on. It wouldn't probably happen in real life. Nah, it definitely wouldn't happen in real life. He's a rookie. That should be the rule. You can only draft a rookie if you have their number from college available. Yikes. And of course, if you didn't know, obviously X Factor. So this should be an interesting one. All right, so the Jets go 8-8 on their very first season with Barry, which of course, you know, going with the 2nd overall pick, not terrible to jump into 8-8. Of course, this is what their season looked like. Sam Darnold with an okay season. Barry Sanders, 1,147 yards with 11 touchdowns out the gate. Not bad. Receiving, not really great, but maybe a chance at Offensive Rookie of the Year. Probably not, though. And where was he? Number 2, behind a quarterback. Shocker. Shocker, another Browns win. So the Jets take a cornerback with pick 13, and then with pick 26, they go for a wide receiver who has potential, but probably not the best pick in the world. Pass rusher, who's okay. Another running back, a 5th rounder at least, though, so not the worst choice in the world. Best available picks, am I right? Unless you're going to go like 7 running backs in a row, then maybe not the best. Also, as you would expect, first one free. As you would expect with the Jets, another unplayoff-worthy season. I don't know if that's even a word setting. Barry Sanders. Yards are great again. Yards per carry are even better, but the touchdowns are down to 6. Of course, this is why you don't draft a running back high. Unless you're like, I just don't think you'd draft a running back high, honestly. When would you guys say drafting running back is high, like okay high? Like if the Chiefs were somehow to get, I don't think so, dude. I just don't, it's just not worthy, is it? The Browns again in the Super Bowl. This time they lose. Finally, we can root for the Giants. At pick number 3, the normal development. Jets take a normal, another normal. Let's just be honest, it's all going to be normal. Yikes. All right, 2-14 now. The Jets are doing even worse. This would be pick number 1. Maybe they're finally going to go with a quarterback. Barry Sanders at 12.43 with 8 touchdowns. Yards per carry keep going up. The yards receiving keep going up. He wouldn't have won any of the awards from any of those numbers, I don't think. Maybe got close on a few, but yeah, I think he needs to join a better team. This team is just too one-dimensional, and they pretty much just depend on him to have any sort of like game success. The Bills win over the Giants, a little New York battle. Craziest part about Barry is I just looked at his overall, and he went up 1 speed and 2 excel already, entering his 4th year now. About to be, anyways. Number 1 overall, they go with a right end who looks really good. This could be like your Chase Young clone type, and it is, as you would expect, a really good selection there. Then they take a wide receiver, 74 overall in the 2nd round, a really talented player. Not a bad job by the Jets here in the draft, and they might have landed yet another star player. I didn't mean it that way. Literally star or better, hidden development. Take a look. Why not? We're already here. Development is star as expected. So really, really good draft by New York. Will it be enough to keep Barry around, though, as he is entering a contract year? Could go for the 5th-year option. I don't know if the AI does that, though, without your help. Hey, 8-8 actually made the playoffs here. Sam Darnold still trash as ever. Barry, yards per carry, keep going up, rhyming all the time. 7 touchdowns. Rushing as far as receiving, once again, those numbers go up as well. Maybe he actually had if he had more touchdowns, you have a legitimate chance at MVP, but is he even on the list? Probably not. Running back, like I said, I mean, those are great numbers, but running backs are just a dime a dozen, so he goes 5 overall on the best running backs list. But the Jets are in the playoffs going against the Bengals. One of those teams will win, and shocker, it was not the Jets. Chargers versus Panthers. Interesting team drops. The winner of that one is the Chargers. Let's take a look at that game. I'm kind of curious to see 14-24. Barry, I mean, he probably should have just kept getting more carries. 17 for 77. No touchdowns, but 4.5 yards per carry is obviously really good. And the way they ran him, they seemed like they were just trying to destroy him. It just didn't seem like they spaced it enough. I don't know. And then Or at pick 19, they go with a cornerback, Levi Johnson. Then they go with a running back. Did Barry leave? Actually, I should check. Cornerback hidden. Nice, nice. Wide receiver again. And then a fullback. 24 years old. I guess it doesn't really matter. He's a fullback. Yeah, Barry could have been gone, actually. No, he's still here. Did they give him a long term? It might have been an option. He's on a 1-year deal. I don't know if I've ever seen a 5th-year option take. I don't know if they actually can. They might have tagged him. I don't know if they can tag or 5th-year option players. I think they can, though. I think they can. But either way, that's got to signify that he's gone after this, right? I mean, I'd fight a dude if I was him, if I have to. Sam Darnold's not getting it done. Barry Sanders, yards per carry is down, but the touchdowns are up. Receiving's about at par. 32nd in offensive yardage. That's what we like to see around here. You know? Running back number 2 for Barry. Don't know how many Pro Bowls he's made, but he's got, a couple. I'm not going to worry about upgrading the XP here because Like I said, I think there's a very good chance he's gone. Going to the Super Bowl, the Bengals versus the Saints. And the winner of this one is the Saints. Let's take a look. 83 overall team. And he's gone. Thankfully for his sake. Where will he go, though? We'll find out after the draft. Actually, let's find out now so we can see what the team did draft. And we've headed to Baltimore, and I can't lie, I'm not really sure what happened with their contract. I don't know if they just pulled like a super sleazer. Maybe it's like a one-year deal. I have no clue, but he's in Baltimore, and I think this is a really good fit. The Ravens like to run the ball, and Barry obviously is a masterclass runner. So this could be a deadly duo in the backfield. And just like that, the Baltimore Ravens are here at 12-4. Lamar Jackson has a really good season. Barry's touchdowns are robbed by this backup, but his yards are pretty solid. His receiving is okay. Still, the star of the show is Lamar, but with a great complimentary piece like Barry Sanders, this could be a special season. However, going against the Browns, as you would expect, is a death sentence, even at 9-7. You just don't want to see the Browns in the playoffs because they're just... EA has the hardest of ons for them, and I don't know if anyone's ever said that, but surprisingly they lose considering they have the hardest of offs for the freaking Vikings in Sim. The Browns win by 3. This is what the ratings look like, or the game stats. Ooh, Barry, you were not a very good help that game. You kind of lost them the game. Let's go to the draft. I wonder if he's even going to be here, actually. Like I said, that seemed like a really like a 1 year little sleazer deal. I mean, he's still here. Maybe they gave him a proper bit of cash money. Let's take a look at the team right now. So Lamar Jackson, 99 for Barry. Marquise Brown is now 30 years old. They have Corey Davis, but he never developed for Tennessee, so he's kind of a low overall. Travis Daly should definitely be their number 3. Andrews never got to superstar. He's still really good, though, because tight ends don't really regress too hard in Madden. As far as the O-line, they got Smith. Quinton, right tackle, why not? He's a star. Put him over there. EA needs all the help they can get because they just do. You know, I'm not even talking about the Ravens. I'm talking about literally EA does. Like, the Ravens need help here. What the? All of a sudden, I switch someone over, and the whole team is like God tier now on the O-line. I don't even know what to tell you. Queen is a 99 overall superstar, so he's going to be good for a while. Marlon Humphrey's a superstar. It's a really good roster. This team's actually pretty solid. Playoffs time and another bye week season. Touchdowns are a little lower for Lamar, so could it be? And it is. Barry Sanders has a really good year. 15 touchdowns, 1,300 yards, 38 broken tackles, 0 fumbles, which is nice to see. Total yards of 1,500 plus. Chance at MVP? At least be on the list? Don't think so, because it's... I mean, I guess I wouldn't say it's Madden because that's actually pretty realistic. Not even number 1 at running back. Jeez, Barry is getting cuckolized over here. But he's in the playoffs again, so he has made the right decision. The Buffalo Bills, come on, Baltimore. They win 38-20. Going against the Patriots now. They win, and they're in the Super Bowl. You already know we're going to watch this game out. Maybe not watch it, but you know what I mean. 89 to their 88 overall. In AT&T Stadium, this has got to be a great place for Barry to play. He should be dominating here. Don't see a lot of runs from us. Well, man, I don't see a lot of anything from the offense. Offense sucks. 21-0 against Washington. 28-0. Baltimore has no answer. Holy crap. Talk about getting smoked. As much as I like to see a new team win a Super Bowl, I don't really want to see the podium here. Barry Sanders, what are you doing? 9 for 19. Oh my, 3 for 58 in the receiving game at least, but wow, that's bad. I mean, that alone is definitely worthy of losing the game. I won't say that it was the offense's fault that 38 points were put up, but didn't help. And wow, all the way down to an 8-8 season. What a shocker. Really good season from Lamar again. Barry's numbers, yards per carry wise, are fine. It's just they're not really running the ball that much, surprisingly. 8 touchdowns to go for it. Travis Daly makes his way up the roster a little bit here. Not bad at all. Sanders, pretty decent stuff. Probably his best season receiving as far as awards go, was even on the list, number 5. So not really getting the greatest of personal accolades. The stats have been decent, but nothing special yet. And they lose to the Bills right away. Probably should have looked at those games in that Super Bowl playoff run, but I kind of forgot. Okay, leave me alone. The Browns with yet another. Is that 3 or 4 now? Super Bowls on this sim. Man, these have been really fun to watch. Rushing Berry at least wasn't the reason they lost. 4.2 yards per carry with a touchdown. You would like to see more. I guess we could Skinner. See more Skinner. Funny. Looking at receiving, Sanders, 3 for 18. This time, not so great in the receiving game, but yeah, I mean, it's really strange. He's a really good regular season. Well, not really good, but good regular season. And then postseason, he's kind of just like not good at all. Can't imagine we even missed much when it comes to his postseason numbers at all. Cortez Reed, pass rusher, pretty good pick. Then they go with a safety, meh. DT, meh. A running back, it is contract year for Mr. Berry, so maybe looking to replace him after this season. I'm not sure. Definitely not, I wouldn't say definitely not worth the money, but probably not worth like whatever they're paying him, 10 mil per probably at this point. But yeah, I could still see a re-signing from them. And in the playoffs, they're back with a bye week at 12-4. Best season we've seen yet from Lamar Jackson. Best season technically from Berry, because obviously rushing touchdowns are kind of just subjective stuff. 1,234 yards with 5.3 best yards per carry of his career. Decent receiving numbers. Is it going to be a best running back award year for him, though? And it is not. The Chargers, obviously these are teams that are completely different now, so we have no idea, who's on what team. The Jets, and they lose. Is he in the Pro Bowl? Let's take a look. And he is number 2 running back behind Dobbins, ironically enough. I guess I'll take a look who wins the Super Bowl, Jets or the Falcons. Once again, I wouldn't be too mad with seeing a Jets-Falcons Super Bowl, but obviously this far down the line, because I don't see it anytime soon, and the Falcons win. As for the postseason games that may be the final of Berry's career here in Baltimore, not a bad game there. Rushing and receiving was okay. As far as rushing in the loss, once again, okay numbers there. And for receiving, not much to show for. We are now headed to Tennessee, who have signed a 30-year-old Barry Sanders to, I have no idea. I'm trying to think, a 30-year-old, maybe a 4-year deal? Looks like he's going to be playing the rest of his career here in Tennessee, which I suppose is not a bad spot to be. Definitely not a bad spot to be for rushing. 4-year deal, so unlikely to play anywhere else. Maybe he'll play through that contract. We have no idea. Usually we see players retire around that age, so not the worst contract signed by Tennessee, but do they have the pieces around him anymore? I do not know. Draft recap, who did they get? Maybe not. Pick number 2 overall. They get themselves what appears to be a pass rusher. Kind of quick glanced. Hidden development. I'm kind of curious. Star development. Okay. Curiosity hurt us. So they go for a running back, yet they have Berry. 21 years old, hidden. I mean, best case scenario, you expect to start him right when he needs a contract. And he's an X Factor. What an absolute waste. Oh, what a good draft, though. It's a waste, but it's a really good draft anyways. Interesting stuff. And Superstar. Wow, they did a really good job. That is an amazing draft. You really can't ask for much better than that. No, that's better than half the damn drafts we come up with. So you can be their starting quarterback. Felix is I'm going to put him in there for a starter for them. Really don't understand why they don't. Why don't they just start the other guy? Deontay Harris is a beast for them. Interesting. Pitts, look at him. 98 overall. And then defensive side of it. It's not a bad team. Not a bad team at all. All right. I don't know why they did so poorly last season, but we might actually see a pretty nice season here from them. All right, so it appears they got the pick 2 overall from being bad, and here they are at 9-7. Didn't really surprise me at all, and it looks like their superstar rookie quarterback is going to be an X Factor. Barry's touchdowns were low, but his yards per carry were definitely worthy of them signing him. Just a pretty solid team effort season. Nothing really special, but here we are. They do win. Going against the Browns, it's already a loss. They win that as well. Going up against the Indianapolis Colts, and they lose. Damn, son. Let's go to the Super Bowl, see who wins. That is harsh, man. I was like, really? First year turning from a pick 2 overall to a Super Bowl contender, and the Colts do win. So let's take a look. The best ever. Who's the best ever? Who? Oh. It's what? They just like won 1 Super Bowl, no? Did they win a bunch and I just forgot? I don't even know. Going against the Jets, the numbers don't look great. And, I mean, yards per carry are fine. It's just they didn't run the ball that much. As far as the rushing yards in this one, definitely a lot worse, but they still won. And then this game, ooh, don't even want to look at it, do we? We don't want to look at it. 1.9 again. It's got that magical 1.9 yards per carry. It's not a good magic, but it's magic. It's so strange, though. Can the Titans pull off another amazing draft? Pick 29, of course, this time. Definitely going to be harder to do, and yeah, it doesn't matter who your scout is when you're drafting that late, I guess. And they're not in the playoffs this time at 7-9. Barry's career definitely dwindling down here. Still a really good season, but just barely over 1,000 yards. Seems like they're trusting him less and less each season. Let's take a look at... That's the season that gets him the best running back award. Interesting. Let's take a look at his overall real quick. I don't know if he's regressing, but I would imagine so. Yeah, definitely regressing, but by how much? We can't see it because it's a little too late. But speed went down 1, his Excel went down 2. Still looks great, but obviously juke and spin, they've dropped quite a bit as well. Injury took a little bit of a hit as well. Let's take a look at his season numbers so far, just in case. You never know. 32 years old is pretty old for a running back anyways. 13th, the fact that he has played what I believe would be 12 years. It might be 11, actually. I don't know if they update it after your season's over. I think they do. The fact that he played more years here in this game where they overrate stats a lot is absolutely insane, considering in real life he played less years and has better numbers than this. 99 touchdowns in real life as well, but over 2,000 more yards. And like we said, in Madden, they give the running backs a lot of success, whether they deserve it or not. As far as receiving, about the same, with just a little bit more touchdowns. But obviously, once again, a whole season, maybe even 2 more. I can't remember, because once again, I think, pretty sure they update the year's experience once your season's over, but I can't really remember. And of course, the Jaguars win a Super Bowl. Barry could just straight up retire on us, and he doesn't, but his regressions are there as he just drops massively. 2 acceleration, 1 to speed. Still really fast, still really solid. We're in number 32 now for the Titans. But still, he's got still more juice left in him, so let's see what he can do. Can he get himself a Super Bowl? Can he get over 15,000 yards like real life? Let's see. Troy Davis, a hidden wide receiver. He's a first rounder, so I'm going to take a look at what the man can do. Maybe see a superstar, maybe a X Factor. No, we don't. But still a fun-looking player. And as far as all the other players go, another hidden running back. These guys really know how to hit running backs, don't they? I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And only star, but still, it's still impressive. Right, 7-9 for the Titans yet again. And Kaplan, is Kaplan not an X Factor, by the way? Oh, he got scammed that one year. Yikes. Barry Sanders, best, well, not best, maybe his second best yards per carry of his career. But once again, the rushing numbers are down. It's really strange to see that happen. But hey, Tennessee just wants to lose games, I guess. And we're at the Super Bowl now. Before we head any further, though, once again, I want to take a look at these awards. We can do the math if we had to, if he retires suddenly on us. But I want to see the awards that he won, because we didn't really get a great look at what he did accomplish outside of his yards. So those are the yards. Most in his career were 14-20, and then 15 touchdowns in 2027, which was probably overall his best year of his career. He tied his highest yards per carry average, and then, of course, the most touchdowns, and then pretty solid yards, no fumbles either. Receiving in 2027 was pretty modest as well. As far as awards go, so He had 6 Pro Bowl appearances, just like in real life. Actually, no. Pro Bowl wasn't even a thing. Oh, yeah, it was a thing. 10 Pro... There wasn't a thing. I'm looking at this list. I don't know why. I was just not thinking. 10 Pro Bowls in real life, so 6 only here. 6 All-Pros. I would imagine this Barry would have been somewhere around there. Of course, Rookie of the Year, we didn't have that here. Players of the Year, no awards there. Best running back here. And then, of course, an MVP, which you ain't going to get now. You ain't going to get that. So the only thing this Barry has on real-life Barry so far is 1 pick higher in the draft. Congratulations. And, of course, ironically enough, the Lions are in the Super Bowl as we speak. But they do not win it because the Browns literally can't lose. Did Barry retire? I don't think so, but he could have. Let's find out. Trey Smith retires, so if the rushing numbers weren't already bad enough the way it is, we lose a very good lineman. Nice. Pick 10 overall, they get a DT. Looking beastly, but of course, normal development. Another running back. How many running backs do they need for a team that loves to run the ball? Have a running back. They don't like to run the ball that much anymore. Tell you what, Barry now down to an 88 overall from regression. One last playoff run for the Barry. No, it's not. It's a 8-8 season, just barely missed out on the playoffs. Kaplan, not a bad season. And then once again, Barry Sanders dropped off quite a bit. He dropped like 10 yards per carry. A little bit more yards rushing, though, I think. Touchdowns were down. Yeah, this has got to be the end of his career, right? Like, I would just straight up retire if I was him. I wouldn't even look to join a new team. Well, you know what? Actually, I probably would. He's still doing all right. Winner of the Super Bowl is the Niners. How many times are the Browns going to be in it? Barry is an 83 overall, which appears to be, once again, his final season. Will he re-sign, though? Because I think this would be the year that he needs a contract. They already have a superstar X Factor behind him, and he is gone. Where will he be, though? That's the question. And will he be a starter? I can't imagine so, but let's find out. Barry Sanders is an Eagle. Let's take a look. He is the starter there as well. Let's head on over to what will almost certainly be his final year. Of course, with Jamarcus Russell, he threw us for a loop for years, but this one, running backs are a little bit more clear-cut. Does his X Factor drop, by the way? I don't know if we had regressions on. I think we did, actually. Did we? Maybe we did, and that's why. I don't know, dude. But Barry obviously brought in to be the starter because he's literally the highest overall, so... And here we are in the playoffs, and it looks like Lamar Jackson is an Eagle? Wait, what? What's happening here? So, Jamar Chase is retiring, and Lamar Jackson's an Eagle. Is that what's happening here? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Oh, my. This Eagles team got an offense on him. If only they had Barry sooner. And this guy is at 5 overalls, and he can't even use him. He's so good. Yo, this team's good. This is a good team. They did pick 29. This could be a Super Bowl caliber team. Okay, they're 8-8. It still could be a Super Bowl caliber team. Barry's like, why'd you bring me back with freaking Lamar? Worst season of Barry's career. Still puts over 1,000 total, though. Can they do it? Can they win it all? They win the first game. Let's see what Lamar has to say. I spoke to Jamar. Yeah, we already know, dude. You should have been in the room with us. Like, come on, man. Damn, what a good set of receivers, though. Against the Niners, who just made the Super Bowl recently, and they lose. What did Lamar say? I promise you did everything I could, but Jamar's going to have to suck it. But it's funny is because, like, Lamar is not too far behind on his own career, so, like, say what you want, but, like, bruh, you're in the same boat here. As far as rushing goes, he has 18 more touchdowns than real life. He has only 800 yards rushing more than real life, which is absolutely nuts if you think about it. As far as receiving, these numbers are going to be a little bit higher, though. Receiving up 8 touchdowns in about 600 yards. So, absolutely nutcase real life. And then, okay here in Sim. Of course, as far as the top leaderboards go, still only not in the top 5 all time. Josh Jacobs joins that list. Elliott, Mixon, McCaffrey, Barkley, Chubb, Akers. Yeah, I mean, it's a good performance, right? It's a good showing, but it just really solidifies how insane Barry Sanders was in real life. To be like, I mean, Madden numbers are usually sick. They're insane. But the seasons he put up in real life just could not be replicated here. The Niners versus the Jets for the final Super Bowl we will be witnessing. Unless some sort of miracle happens, we will be seeing the retirement of Mr. Barry Sanders. Let's see it. Here it is. No. Huh? He's got to be gone. He literally has to be gone. Like, where would he be? Did it glitch? It may have glitched. Like, surely he's long gone. He was 83, so, like, let's keep going. I don't see him anywhere, so I would imagine he's gone, but it just, like, glitched out. Let's see if we can just find him on the in general list. I just, for some reason, he was, like, a free agent right away. So, yeah, Barry Sanders retires after 14 years in the NFL at the age of $1 billion. Well, 35 years old, but still, really good stuff. Couldn't do it. Couldn't get him in the number one category. I thought maybe he would become the greatest of all time. 85 overall at the gate. Didn't really play that special, honestly. It was good, but once again, absolute nutcase in real life. Regardless, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We do a ton of franchise, do a ton of these. And, yeah. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays. Twitch.tv/JeromepkR for streams. And if there's anyone you would like to see a resim of in the future, let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys come back for next video, but until next video,